Go. Go.
Panasonic. Go. Panasonic.
Go. 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 Go.
Panasonic.
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 Go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to what is the second last game of today. This is the Yuvin Community Cup, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know it, you guys love it. It's Ninja Titans versus Burmese Ghouls, the boys from Pakistan up against the Myanmar kids. How's it going, Warhog?
How's it going, Yowa? I'm very excited for this one. It's a very neck-to-neck match. I saw the ranks of the players. The mid player, Shizzy, is around 555 and Alwyn is 554. Really close to close. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, I expect it to be a closely contested match. Both of these two teams, obviously in the lower bracket. It also means that you've had to show something to get here. Equal parts good, equal parts bad. We'll see which one of them is going to come out on top. Straight out the bat, you know, there's some names that come to mind. Everybody remembers Shizzy for his insane performances on day one of the tournament, went like 35-1 combined KDA in 2 matches there. And meanwhile, on the side of Burmese Ghouls, you guys know, you know, Masterlay, MG Gen, the POS 4 and the POS 1 respectively, they have been known to just turn it on, turn it up a notch, just make things hard for each other, and we are expecting a closely contested game of Dota 2. On the side of the bands, Chen and Dragon Knight going to be taken out by the side of Ninja Titans, and Burmese Ghouls, they will take out the Queen of Pain and the Nature's Prophet.
5 seconds.
Yeah, not the usual bans you see in the first phase. At least Dragon Knight I haven't seen being banned first phase. So maybe Titans have some sort of strategy in mind where they don't want to play against the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, Dragon Knight is just one of those heroes that you know exactly how it's going to play, which is probably why most teams don't ban it, because they think that they can play around it. But I suppose there's no reason to do with a hero that does one thing very, very well, right? If you have a specific game plan that realizes that, hey, this DK can exploit the fact that we're not near our towers, then you probably want to ban it out. They ban out the axe as well. That is a bit of an odd ban. Burmese goes to a more standard one in the Beastmaster, so no summons will be had. The Lycan is still in the pool. I expect that to be banned out in these next 2 bans. But before we go into that, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick message. The Yuvin Community Cup Season 2 is back again. And this time it's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 3 different esports titles that are being represented in Dota 2, CSGO, and PUBG Mobile. This tournament is powered by Creative Peripherals, which is a market entry and distribution specialist with presence in more than 25 locations, including Hong Kong, the UAE, and SAARC regions. Its portfolio consists of 25 plus brands, 3,000 products, and 5,000 dealers. And we are also sponsored by Cooler Master India, the Indian subsidiary of the computer hardware manufacturer based in Taiwan, Cooler Master. Founded in 1992, this company produces computer cases, power supplies, air and liquid CPU coolers, as you guys all know, laptop cooling pads, and computer peripherals. Last but not least, this was brought to you by Yuvin Esports Private Limited. It's in the name, ladies and gentlemen, and our motto is to engage with esports communities across South Asia and Southeast Asian regions. We provide opportunities for knowledge sharing to these players, and our tournament will take place between 26th June to 7th July over 3 major esports titles: Dota 2, CSGO, PUBG Mobile. If you guys are, you know, in the mood for some headphones, you guys want to pick up some gaming headphones, some casual headphones, some monitors, do scroll down on that YouTube video. Take a look at the description. You will find some discount codes there, up to 35%, 40%. So have a good time, ladies and gentlemen, and have some great discounts if you want them. We're going to see the first pick of that game, the Kotl, being picked up by Ninja Titan.
I'm so happy to see Kotl finally played in these games. Kotl is one of my favorite supports as well, especially if you can get a bristleback with the Kotl. You can completely wreck the off lane with it.
You can completely destroy some faces. And of course, that Ignis Fetus, always a massive danger in the team fights. You step a little bit too far right next to your teammate, suddenly you get a 4-man stun on your team, and it's chaos in the pit. Pangolier going to be picked up here by Burmese Ghouls. Speaking of chaos, this is a hero that excels at it. You're rolling, 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 and you're pretty much invulnerable once you get a good shield crash off. They pick up that Trio Protector. This is a hero that we see a lot today, and I'm not exactly sure why. Did not look great in its previous showing in the game before this one. It might not look good now. What do you think of this hero, Warhog?
Yeah, again, in the last game, Train Protector did not offer much apart from just healing towers and defending them. The ultimate is useful. It was great against the Queen of Pain, but there's no damage output coming from any of his abilities. And if you just look at the other supports right now in the meta, the Jakiro, the Ogres, they dish out a lot of burst damage from their side.
Yeah, I almost want to see them just pick up a support hero that can just dish out the damage in spades. We might see, I don't know, even just a pause for Leshrac, although that's generally not favored. You do want the core Leshrac, it's just too squishy. Enigma going to be picked up here on the side of Ninja Titans. Okay, I love this hero, but second picking him means that you're very, very open to being cancelled, and one of the easiest ways to cancel that Vengeful Spirit still in the pool. Earthshaker as well, both perfectly fine options for Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah. Titans are going up with both the long cooldown ultimates, the Will of Wisp, as well as the Black Hole, White Hole and Black Hole, I must say. And it's going to be fun to see how the players use up these abilities, because the Keeper of the Light can easily set up a great Black Hole without the Enigma having the blink or a BKB earlier on in the game.
Spectre was the ban right there from Ninja Titans, and Burmese Ghouls take out that Timbersaw. We've seen Timbersaw be banned pretty much every game. I haven't seen him get through a single banning phase, but we'll see whether, that hero, if it ever gets through, is it going to make a big impact the way people think it will. Burmese Ghouls, this is their time to pick. They still have the very, very easy option of picking a split push lineup. You see that the opponent has Keeper of the Light, has Enigma. They're looking to fight and always make it a 5-on-5 fight. You pick up something like a Bat Rider, you get single pickoffs across the map, or maybe just something like just an anti-mage. You constantly split push. Once you're fat enough, you come back into the fight. Ninja Titans might find themselves in a situation where they're just running all across the map trying to catch a single hero and never get their claws into him.
Yeah, Keeper of the Light, another good thing about him is he's a very good defender. If you can manage to get Ags at some point of the time, you can defend 2 lanes at one go. So the split pushing against the Radiant, it's going to be odd. I don't think Burmese Ghouls are going for that strategy. They do pick up the Bat Rider, a strong pick in this meta. Where do you think they're going to place him, in the off lane, or it's a mid Bat Rider?
I do feel that this is one of those off-lane Bat Rider games. He does have a Tree and Protector with him. That combo is pretty lethal, by the way. You drop that Nature's Grasp into the Bat Rider, and you just can't run away. It's impossible. The damage, too, very, very high from these two heroes. The great thing about the Bat Rider is that it slows you so much that the Tree and Protector, as your ally, can finally get to hit somebody. And that is a devastating dual lane. You need to pick something up against that deals pretty well. Something like maybe the Slot gives you a pounce, gives you a purge for the Bat Rider Napalm. Juggernaut, of course, always okay with these sort of dual lane situations. You just kind of spin, and either you get a kill or you just escape. No real problems there. But we'll see what Ninja Titans themselves decide to do. I am a genius, by the way, for predicting that Bat Rider, but I did not predict this pick. The Tiny is here for Ninja Titan.
Tiny is here, Tiny Airlines, another initiation way to maybe toss the Enigma into the team fight and get a great Black Hole off in the earlier parts of the game. Bat Rider, again, maybe the Vengeful Spirit is still out there for any of the teams to grab. It's a great counter for the Bat Rider.
It is a fantastic counter to that, but we'll see what this is going to be from Burmese Ghouls. It's the Naga Siren. That's a core Naga Siren. There's no way this is support. Core Naga Siren. Yeah, they are going for that split push lineup. It's pretty good so far. You do have that Tree Protector to keep lanes pushed out and always ensure that you have vision. So the Naga Siren will feel safer when she's split pushing. And if you're ever in a situation where this Naga Siren is called out, you have good responses to that. You have to roll from the Pangolier and just the Bat Rider to lasso one target, keep him out of the fight. But it does really mean that it's kind of a 1 versus 5 situation in the later game. The Naga Siren pretty much has to do everything herself. A very, very big burden onto MG Gent, I think.
Yeah, Naga Siren, not the usual pick you see as the carry position. I think it's the first time being played in the tournament as well. It's a great hero to split push up against, but Radiant on side of Titans do have 2 picks yet, and maybe they will look to counter this Naga, because as of now, they do not have any sort of decent counters, I must say. Keeper of the Light does okay to push up against illusions, but later on in the game, and there you go, there's the Ember Spirit.
That is such a nice pick there. You get the Ember Spirit Coral combo. It's disgusting. That's a strong dual lane, so it's an option for them. The Enigma and the Tiny will probably be in the other lane, so you're looking at a mid here if you're a Ninja Titan. Of course, if the enemy counterpicks something that pretty much destroys your mid pick, then you can put your Ember Spirit middle. So nice and versatile right there for Ninja Titan. And the Ember Spirit gives you quite a bit of catch for Naga Siren if she tries to escape as well. A lot of squishy heroes, though, on the side of Ninja Titan. Ember Spirit, Enigma, Keeper of the Light, all pretty easy to pick off once you get that lasso on them.
Yeah, the lasso is going to be a very important skill for the side of Burmese Ghouls, but he'll have to prioritize which one he can lasso, because any of the other heroes, like if you keep the Keeper of the Light or Enigma out of the lasso, they're going to come in and with their ultimates and stop that Batrider pulling off any of the friendly units.
And now, last pick for Ninja Titans. They're taking their own sweet time here. They have 24 more seconds to do so.
They ban out the Invoker, I must say. I had thought of this. The Trend Protector and Cataclysm combo is quite deadly, and we haven't really seen much use of it. Why do you think they banned the Shadow Fiend? Do you think Team Titans are looking to get a mid hero here, or they're looking to get the carry? 3 seconds on the clock. Oh, Wraith King is here.
Wraith King is here. That's also going to do pretty fine with that Keeper of the Light, giving you just a double stun. Very, very effective in that dual laning situation. Gives you a little bit more continued DPS inside the fight. And one good thing about this Wraith King is that if they try to set up on you with that Batrider, you only die once. The rest of your team can just follow up after your first death with that reincarnation. But the ban on the Shadow Fiend, I'm not really sure why. It didn't seem like the Shadow Fiend would have fit their lineup. I guess it gives you a lot of teamfight potential, plus it gives you that sort of reliable right-click scaling that Ninja Titans so far only have in that Ember Spirit. It is a little bit tricky, though, to run that Shadow Fiend. I guess the ban just good in theory, but perhaps not just suiting the meta. Burmese Ghouls, they're going to go for that last pick, and it's a Clockwork. It's a
so it's a mid. It's a mid bat offlane Pango, or offlane. You can put the Clock as well offlane, but mostly I think it will be an offlane Pango. Clock is position 4 and Treant is the 5.
Yeah, it is Masterlay on that Clockwork, and Masterlay did play to support Mirana yesterday, so it looks like this is going to be a 4 Clockwork. Looking at the lineups, 5-on-5, the Burmese Ghouls, they have good ways to cancel that Black Hole. They have the roll from the Pangolier, they have the Hookshot, they have the Song. Very easy for them to just bail out of a fight if they get stuck in one as well. So a lot of questions about whether this Arrow, Tiny, and the Evimon Enigma can help to keep this fight locked down. But as swings go, I'm favoring Burmese Ghouls draft. How do you take it, Warhog?
I'll go with Team Titans right now, because just to make it even. I like the Ember Spirit pick in the team. It's a very versatile pick, and he can go in the mid game and get a few kills in the side lane, and once he gets his items, he can be really useful up against the Naga. My only problem with that draft is the Wraith King, and if the Naga gets the Diffusal Blade earlier on, before the Wraith King hits his level 20, he's not going to reincarnate whatsoever.
Yeah, not going to reincarnate whatsoever, and hopefully no need for reincarnation, because if you die once in this lower bracket, you're not coming back up. It's the end of the line for you. Both teams want to get to that losers finals. Both teams want to make sure fate is in their own hands. As this game is ready to start, you want to pick up one of these two teams to introduce, and I'll do the other one?
Yep, on side of Radiant, we've got Titans. Let's see, Shizzy on his mid Ember Spirit, the Pakistani prodigy, Ghost Khan fanboy. I think that's Joker on the Keeper of the Light. And I've been told Hazardous is the carry player is Ghost Khan, so he'll be playing on the Wraith King. We've got Ibimon on the Enigma offlane and Arrow on his Tiny Airlines.
Yeah, and one thing to note is that the GhostCon fanboy, aka Joker, is supposedly playing with a pretty serious ailment right now. So we'll see if that affects his performance in any way. Hopefully, he is feeling very, very fit to play. On the side of the Dire, this is Burmese Ghouls, Neverlight on that off-lane Pangolier. It's going to be Hollyweed on that Treant Protector, starting with the Sage's Mask, predicting that he'll get to cast the spells a lot, maybe a little bit optimistic. Masterlay with the boots on that Clockwork Post for a win on what looks like a mid-Bat Rider, and last but not least, the safe lane Naga, played by MG Gent.
Yes, it's going to be an interesting lane to see in the middle lane. I mean, the Bat Rider up against the Ember Spirit. Who do you favor in such a matchup?
The Bat Rider versus the Ember Spirit. It's a little bit tough to look beyond the Ember, but it doesn't look. It's the Enigma middle.
Yeah, what are they doing? They're sending the Wraith King to the offlane, probably running up an aggro tri-lane there with the Enigma.
It's a pretty smart way to play this, I think. Enigma, of course, with the Malith is able to just slow down that run onto him if Arvin tries to get frisky with the Firefly, but the Demonic Conversion too, if you keep this Bat Rider low level, he can't really take over the game as we've seen core Bat Riders do, so I like this play from Ninja Titan here. This seems like a solid lane swap. I just feel like you're not really setting your Enigma up for a great time because of this. He's very, very high level, he's going to hit this level 6 quickly, and then you have this tricky situation where your hero that wants to rotate is an Enigma, so it's a very telegraphed move if you bring him anywhere. They know that the black hole is there, they'll just start to avoid him, and just a little bit tricky for him to play, putting the burden of setting the tempo upon a very static hero.
Yeah, let's see if it works out for Ninja Titans, because Shizzy is known to play mid, and he has that aggressive game style also to play mid. Enigma, a hero which cannot pressure as much as the Ember Spirit if he gets his level. He has just one ultimate to work with, and it's a long cooldown ultimate. And I'm curious to see if he's able to play up against the enemy mid, which is also a quite good player, is what I hear.
Mm-hmm. He's a win, and he's ready for a win. Hopefully he does get one. Starting with the Ring of Basilius, yeah, he knows exactly what he wants, and what he wants is to spit that hot, sticky napalm all over you. Masterlay, on that Clockwork, is there anything for him to prey on in this game? Keeper of the Light, not really. I think you can get the Blinding Light out even if you get cogged, so it's a little bit tricky there. Able to just bail himself out with that Blinding Light, of course, and Arrow, he can pretty much tank battery assaults all day. The hero is tiny. It's going to be, rocking 2000 HP by the end of 15 minutes. So, Masterlay, his role this game is largely just to land that hookshot to prevent that black hole.
Yeah, he'll have to position himself well in team fights and stay away from the Enigma. Top lane, we're going to see Naga Siren up against probably Tiny and Wraith King, and Kyotiel will move bot to help out the Ember Spirit. So Naga Siren and who's the support with Naga Siren? Yes, the Treant Protector up against the Tiny and Wraith King. So melee versus melee matchup. Who do you favor in this lane?
Kind of hard to tell. I don't really know, but as a whole, I would say that the game plan for Burmese Ghouls is pretty much the same as the one for it's pretty much the same as the one as Ninja Titan in this one, right? You just want the melee heroes to get fat and then retreat to the jungle. So maybe there won't be any sort of aggression. Maybe both sides will just be content to just hit their level 3, level 4, and then just start jungling to accelerate their own farms. Maybe it just won't be a bloodbath at all.
Yeah, I think it's slightly favoring to the Naga Siren side, because once you get the Riptide, it's going to be hard for Tiny to keep up, because Tiny is a zero armor hero, so he's going to get a lot of harass, and as well as Wraith King, he doesn't do well in the armor department as well, and hence he's picked up the Ring of Protection. He knows he's up against the Naga with the Riptide, so hopefully he survives that. But good thing about the Wraith King is once he gets his level in the Vampiric Aura, as well as the Mortal Strike, he can just go to the triangle and farm it.
Yeah, and of course the Mortal Strike coming in very, very handy when you're training up against that Naga Siren. She does have her own DPS boost in Riptide, but it just simply cannot compare to the power of a Mortal Strike. So maybe a lot of RNG seeing who wins this lane. They're really not ready for Hazardous, who wraps around with this Brave Fire Blast, stunning up this Treant Protector. Hollyweed in a lot of trouble there. They will get the right clicks there, but they have to run through this Nature's Grass. It finally does expire, so the right clicks will be there by Arrow, who started with boots. Hollyweed with the Fairy Fire, still keeping herself alive, trying to get into the trees where they can't get to him, but they will finally see him. They can cut their way through. He's just wasting their time. Tossed up into the Ray Fire Blast. In the end, Arrow gets it. Expends the entire mana pool along with one stun of Hazardouses, but he's happy with that.
Yeah, he also got the Battle Pass bounty with it. But Treant Protector did manage to waste a lot of time, but it's just level 1, so I don't think anything is lost much. In fact, it just sent Tiny back home, so he'll have to TP back into the lane. They've kept the KOTL top as well with the Raid King, so Ember is going to have a solo lane against.
Yeah, they're actually battery assaulting Hazardous up. He should be able to escape here, but under a lot of pressure just to start the lane with. Already lost about 400 HP, did not stop to the south, has 5 tango, so we'll be able to just heal up. Hollyweed laying into Ghost Khan Femboy there. I talked about this top lane being passive, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Everyone is just fighting right now. Ray Fire Blast out into Master Lane. They try to toss him, but they get only the creep. And now Master Lane chasing in for the kill on the Hazard. He's probably going to get it because of that battery assault. Just one more hit. Yeah, he will get it. Master Lane happy with what he got. And that evens out the kill count. I think Burmese Ghosts are very, very happy with that here because they did get 4 bounty runes to make up for that first blood, and now they get a second kill. They're A-okay with that.
Yep, absolutely. Raid King just stepping a bit too ahead. He's not yet anywhere close to manning up against the Treant as well as the Naga. And not to mention the Clockwork played really well. Did catch him in the battery assault.
You have to respect the damage potential coming out of these heroes. Down at bottom, it's going to be Ember Spirit up against Neverlight. Neverlight, you know, he can't really dispel that Flame God, and that's why you see Shizzy just level up to level 2. It's a perfectly good option, shoves out melee heroes very, very well. I would expect Shizzy to do very well in this bot lane, so kudos to Ninja Titan for finding this matchup out of this situation. They do move Ghost Khan Fanboy down here. Realize they can't really do anything. Up top, yeah, there's still more aggression out there. Ray Fire Blast thrown onto Master Lane, but Master Lane is the one going in with the battery assault on the Hazards. He finally does get out. Arrow with the body blocks will spare his carry some pain, but only 2 last hits on Hazardous so far. He is the offlane, sorry, not the carry, but offlane or carry, 2 last hits is not enough. 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I think he's just looking to get some levels in and move to neutrals because this lane is not going to be kind to him. And as you can see, the KOTL also have moved bottom.
Neverlight alone in the bot lane against that Ember Spirit. He's doing fine for himself. 8 and 4. The fact that he has 2 heroes with him means he's not going to get as much out of the lane, but I think he's happy with it. Just getting as much farm as he has, get a good 6 at good timing, and you'll be good to go. This laning setup, on the whole, I would say it benefits Burmese Ghouls, so that we haven't taken a look at that mid lane, where actually Ibimon is completely dominating Arwin. 17 last hits, 11 denies, over the 9 and 4 of Bad Rider.
Yeah, the Eidolon's coming into play here while denying. And he's also been taking on the side camps as well. So he's doing fairly well up against the Bat Rider. But Bat Rider, it's a hero, it can...
Ori up top, that's gonna be a goal onto Arrow, tossed up into the air, Masterly, but he finally will get the hit and into the Nature's Guys, but that's a very poorly placed one. It does get out to safety there. Hollyweed did not place it in such a way that it was tough to get out of, and Tiny will escape. Safe and in a hurry.
Yep, and Tiny with that first blood, I think, which he got, he's finished up Tranquil Boot, so he can make rotations around the map and be fine. Enigma stacking up a camp near him to consume later. So yeah, the Bat Rider will be able to get levels through jungling also. He's a great jungler, the hero. Bot lane though, we see Pangolin in a bit of trouble. In comes the Ember Spirit, but he's gonna swashbuckle away to safety.
Yeah, and he had a salve as well as 2 mangoes on that courier, so he's A-okay with himself. He just has to keep a calm hit. He knows that he's taking pressure on behalf of his team, right? You're solo against a lane that doesn't really favor you. Yeah, you use a lot of your money for regen, but as long as you're getting levels, your job is done. Just don't feed, just have a good time. Don't feed like they're doing right now. Neverlight in a lot of trouble down at bottom lane. He does finally go down. but we did miss a kill up at top. I think you caught the tail end of that. What was going on up top?
Yeah, the Wraith King got caught alone in the cogs as well as the battery assault, and it was an easy cleanup for side of Burmese Ghouls. But they do trade off with the kill at bottom.
Ooh, Arrow with the cute toss onto Hollyweed to prevent him from picking up that rune, but maybe he's in trouble now. Masterley running in with the battery assault. Yeah, a good avalanche will prevent any sort of aggression onto him. There was Evimon close by to prevent this, but Hazardous, you know, you have 3 last hits, 4 now. You have 4 last hits 5 minutes in on an offlane hero. And you're possibly taking a 3rd death. This might be a little bit of a dive though. Hazardous dropping low on HP. The procs, the Riptide procs, so nice there. Good RNG from MG Gent. Makes a situation that could have gone hairy for his Clockwork a very easy pickoff.
Yeah, that really puts the Wraith King behind. Now he does not even have a TP to come back into the lane. I think soon he should just move to the NC. He's picked up a level in Vampiric Aura, probably, and also has finished up a Buckler. So he's good to go and take out the small camps right now.
He's got less net worth than the Treant Protector. It definitely won't hurt him. He is heading back up top though. He still feels that there's something he can get down. Yeah, down at bottom lane. Shizzy chasing into Neverlight with the chains. That should be an easy kill there. He uses a stick on Neverlight, but it's not enough. If you had the Swashbuckle, the Flame Guard will finally take the Pangolier down, and Masterley getting as much damage as possible out of the Shizzy. Actually, maybe we can get the kill here. He knows the Shizzy has no mana, no more regen. A great kill there by Masterley. Surprisingly enough, he didn't get any level off of it. He only got like half a level, but he's happy with that. It's hashtag worth it. Yeah, you lose your offlaner, but the kill on the post one.
Absolutely. I did not expect him to die over there, but Clockwork really knows what he's up to and did manage to get a kill.
Oh my goodness. Evimon has whiffed a black hole in the mid lane is very interesting indeed. It looks like he tried to go for play onto this Bat Rider and Armin just steps out of it. Not really how you want to be using that black hole. It's such a long cooldown. Meanwhile, up at top lane, sorry about that. That was a kill on MG Gen. Shizzy makes his first rotation of the game, and it's a great one. Hollyweed in a lot of trouble though. Aries chasing in with the kill, gets the last hit onto Hollyweed. Arrow, right place, right time. Signs of life being shown in this top lane. Ninja Titans claw 2 back. Everything looked well and dandy for Burmese Ghouls. But those 2 games make it level again. The net worth lead is non-existent.
Yeah, with that, they've put the Naga Siren now in the bot, looking to push on the tier 1 tower and put some pressure up. But here is Keeper of the Light to defend the tower.
Oh, he's rolling in. Pangolier rolling. They want Ghost Khan Fanboy. They'll finally see him. He manages to juke through the trees, but you can't juke for long. They will finally get it. Picked up on MG Gen. They're A-okay with that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a long cooldown, but free kill, pressure on the tower. He goes back top, seeing if he can assist with anything. Neverlight getting the Swashbuckle onto Arrow there, but no one in any sort of real trouble. Masterley maybe stepping a bit too far out against Shizzy.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is a bit of an odd rotation. Not sure what both sides will get out of it, but for now, Shizzy will occupy this top lane and make it his. Hazardous, perhaps in trouble. We see a Nature's Grasp being thrown out onto him. Hollyweed, he's pounding into him. He can't really go back under the tower because that's where the Naga Siren is. Hazardous? Do they dive him under the tower? MG Gent in a very good position to do so, but they're afraid of any possible rotation. So he will just leave Hazardous to his own devices, where Hollyweed is just clamping him down. Is no one coming to help Hazardous at all? Ghost Khan finally reaches there. Ghost Khan Fanboy rather. Joker barely bails out his offlaner once again. 11 CS on this Wraith King, 0 and 3.
It's a hard day for the Wraith King. He will go to the neutral camp, but there is Enigma already neutraling with his Necrobook level 1.
Couldn't do much about Radiant's bottom tower, could you?
Could have jungled from level 1 and he would have more farm than now. So that's never a great sign. MG Gent, you know, he's pretty high up on that net worth, 4k, doing pretty well for himself. He's ahead of Shizzy on that post 1 Ember Spirit, but ahead of all of them, it's Evimon on that Enigma. Already picking up that Necronomicon, is going to just farm up a Storm here. We'll see what he chooses to pick up. So far, it's the Arcane Boots, but if he goes for a Blink Dagger right now, that could be a go for his team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, they see Master, but Master also sees them with that Observer Ward. Maybe he's in a bit of trouble. Shizzy thought about the Sleight of Fist into the chains, but in the end, Master will get out to safety, and meanwhile, Kono just dies.
Yeah, he tried to take the 10-minute outpost, but they were waiting for him over there. And as you can see, Burmese Ghouls have placed a really sneaky and nice ward here in the Radiant jungle, which kind of does not get detected with the sentry on top of this hill. So they're gonna keep an eye on that Wraith King farming. They really haven't given him any room. Oops.
Yuvin thinking about it. He actually used the black hole for the kill onto Masterly, and they will punish him. Oh, he killed himself! He killed the Necronomicon, so the last word got him! There was nothing Alvin could do. The Firefly was on the Necronomicon unit. He would have died regardless. But yeah, that's a tip-worthy death, I suppose. Yuvin, it would have been pretty poor for him if that was the only kill he got, but he gets the last will. And yeah, meanwhile up at top lane, Arrow and Shizzy combining up for the kill on the Neverlight. They will get this tower as well. That living armor not going to keep it alive for much longer.
Dire's top tower's fallen. Oh boy, oh boy, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's a hard day for Team Ninja Titans, but they're doing fairly well. I think it's just because of the network on Shizzy on his Ember Spirit. Wraith King really needs to do some catching up. He's just hit about level 6 right now, getting to level 7, 11 minutes into the game.
Going for what looks like phase boots on the Wraith King. It's a bit of an odd choice. Meanwhile, Master Day kills off Ghost Khan Fanboy, but he's tossed back under the enemy tower. He's still pretty tanky, he has no hookshot to escape, and Avalanche does catch him. They're still chasing for more, but Neverlight, that's where he comes in, and the Overgrowth onto this Ember Spirit. They're rolling through every single person. Hazardous joins the fray. The second bounce does not get Shizzy though, and Shizzy should be A-okay. No more spirits on him. The stun thrown out onto Arwin. Arwin being tossed up into the air. They headburst him down eventually. Yes, they will.
He's now dominating. He's dominating, Rick.
Yeah, it started off well for the Burmese Ghouls with that Rolling Thunder, but as soon as it expired, the Wraith King TP'd it and saved the day.
Just not enough damage thus far on the side of Burmese Ghouls, and none of their heroes really excel at it. They have this Triumph Protector, they have the Naga Siren, they have the Batrider. Not heroes that are known for their ability to just chunk people. And in a prolonged fight like that, despite the fact that Shizzy had no spirits at all, he still did not die.
Yeah, meanwhile, Naga Siren is happily farming our way to glory in the enemy jungle. It's already got the Yasha very close to the Manta.
Hookshot out on Enigma in this bot lane, but Arrow is there. I think that's a dead Clockwork more than anything. They're going to do the roll combination here. Can they finish off Ibimon? They're going to need one more hit. Oh no, he actually has the full magic wand, and he does use it. So the toss away will actually save Neverlight more than it saves Ibimon, and he's trying to TP. This is a problem. Is that going to be a stun? Oh no, there wasn't. It was 1 second cooldown. 1 second cooldown on Arrow's Avalanche. Ibimon had the Malethus, but a bit of miscommunication there. He assumed that Tiny would stop him. Tossed up into the air, by the way. Hollyweed dies.
Mega kill.
Yeah, they caught that pesky Trend Protector going in and trying to place some sneaky wards in the enemy jungle. Enigma is doing pretty well, I must say. He's farmed up his mech as well as the Arcane Boots with the Necronomicon. He'll be getting the Guardian Greaves first, I assume. Black Hole is up. Maybe they will look to smoke and get a kill.
It's a possibility. His team should feel A-okay. It's Naga Siren against Ember Spirit, so the late game is not exactly a huge problem for Ninja Titans. Doesn't have to pick up the Blink Dagger because the onus is not on him to make a move. Just pick up some auras, make sure that you don't bleed kills, and farm up defensively. That's what they'll do. And speaking of farming, MG Gen, 7.1k net worth. He's finally out-farmed at Enigma. And we'll get the Manta style soon. That's when his farm reaches completely new heights. Oh, meanwhile, we miss a kill onto Master Lave. It looks like it was a wrong place, wrong time for them. 4 heroes clustered around the one Clockwork.
Yeah, the Clockwork tried to be sneaky over there. I was keeping an eye on him. Keeper of the Light. He wanted to hook shot and get an easy kill, but turns out he had company.
Ooh, Blink Dagger. Who's that onto? It is onto Tiny. Yep, that is going to be Arrow's Blink Dagger. And Arrow, wow, he's 5-0. Fantastic coming out of Arrow so far. He has 41. Sorry, that's not 41. That's just 11. He has 11 CS, 5 kills to his name. Feeling good, feeling strong. With that blink dagger, he's going to be a huge problem in these teamfights. Maybe Ghost can't fanboy, you stepped out too far. Oh, the interruption with the blink in and the stun onto Pangolier, who cannot get the rollout. He might die here. He's being kicked down by the Malefice. The right click is there from Arrow. Good place, and now hook shot in. What's it onto? It's onto Kolo, I think. Yeah, it does kill off Joker. Using these, but he cannot stop the chains that catch him. Now, Master, in a world of hurt, you just died here about 60 seconds ago. He's gonna lead them on a wild goose chase. This is hashtag space, hashtag worth it. Space or MG Gen to keep farming, I suppose.
Yeah, the Ember comes in and finishes him off. Clockwork dying consecutively in very quick succession over there. But that's all the space Naga Siren needs to farm. Naga Siren has finished up her Manta style.
MG Gen, I did say that it's going to be 1 versus 5 for him. They're certainly playing like it. It's very clearly a 4 protect 1, or rather 4 make space for 1. Do you think that he can do it though? Because it's not exactly a standout game for Naga Siren, is it?
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time 1v5ing as well, because the late game on side of Ninja Titans is also secured with that Wraith King. He's going in for the Radiance. Wraith King and Ember Spirit will be able to take you fairly well into the late game. A smoke now by Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah, I think Shizzy might have seen the animation there. He was walking on the other way through the trees. He's going to walk in with the Flame Guard, realizing that they can't actually burst him down there, and they will place more than a high ground. What's it onto? The lasso, straight onto the Kodo. Kodo in a lot of trouble up into the cliff. He's going to die. No way he can get this ulti out, and now Shizzy being chain stunned up into that overgrowth. No mercy at all for these two heroes. Very well played there from Burmese Ghouls. Get 2 kills, lose nothing at all, except for 1 smoke cooldown.
Yeah, they walked right under the observer ward placed on that cliff over there, and completely got wrecked.
Just didn't expect there to be 5 heroes on the side of BG there. Shizzy, he was walking up so confidently too, had the Flame Guard, thought that he was invulnerable. They're going to take this T1 tower, and that opens up the map a lot for Burmese Ghouls. They do need some towers. They only have 2 after this one. Meanwhile, Evimon did catch Holly Reed out with the Midnight Pulse, breaking those trees, revealing a boy out of position.
That was the Tiny also blinking in and stun tossing on the Trent Protector.
We've seen it a lot this day. We have.
Yeah. Burmese Ghouls have placed some really nice deep wards for them to scout out any farming which is going on in the jungle, as well as some enemy positioning. They've got really deep wards on side of Radiant.
Yeah, they see behind 2 of the enemy T2 towers. The only lane that they're really leaving alone is the enemies off lane. And Hazardous, he realizes that you guys haven't taken my tower yet, so this is kind of safe space. He's gonna just farm his way up. He is backed up by Arrow and Ibimon. Holy Reed, maybe in the wrong position. He's gonna be stunned up, tossed into the air once again. He just died and respawned there.
This Tiny Arrow has been playing it fantastic, and he's always finding the Trent Protector. It's an easy kill, stun toss kill for him with some extra damage. The Relic now being brought up by Wraith King, so that's a sigh of relief for Team Titans.
Sigh of relief. Team Titans tossed up into the air once again. How many times am I going to say this? Neverlight in trouble! Gets the shield crash off onto 2 heroes, but the 36% reduction on like an infinite amount of damage is still nothing. They will take this T2 tower. No way you're shoving Ibimon off of here. And while all that was happening, all that the Burmese Ghouls got up to was farming this bot area. The net worth is even, yeah, but it's beginning to feel like MG Gent, his job gets tougher and tougher with every passing minute. He's got the Diffuser Blade now, has to get something done. That was a kill on the Arrow, by the way. It's Wicked kick steal. Wicked 6 streak ended into that Ignis Fatuus by Kodo. Ghosts can't fanboy. Outside of that sleep, but the sleep will bail out Masterly. They can't really go in for more, or can they? MG Gen has ideas of his own. With the Diffuser Blade, he's going to go on the Shizzy. Knows that he has no spirits. This is a kill on Ember Spirit. It's going to be big. He still has 8 seconds on that Spirit. No way he gets out of this one. Yeah, he finally does die, and Joker will soon follow. Into the pit. Into the pit. Do it, Burmese Ghouls.
This game is going on so evenly, And Burmese Ghouls now have the advantage and now into the pit.
Demon, they see you. But there was no wrestle.
Yeah, he's really close up to his Blink Dagger. He does not want to die right now. 300 gold away. And then maybe they can take a fight with that black hole coming out. Roshan is going to fall down.
Arrow is thinking about making some sort of insane play here, but it won't be in time. The black hole's being channeled right there, but the Aegis has already been picked up. That's nothing but a wasted black hole. Arrow thinking about a jump in, will not go for it. Ibimon, you wasted your black hole. Are you wasting your life? Maybe, yeah, you will be. They still have the Aegis. Oh, they actually accidentally bounced him in, but that's just going to be a death onto Ibimon. Tossing in though. Arrow, very well played from there. He sees an opportunity. He takes it. TP's out to safety straight away. And meanwhile, up here, MGgen fighting up Shizzy. The Aegis of the Immortal is gone. He is kind of isolated with on the hook shot right there, but Nastily, the important thing is that he's here to bail out his Naga Siren. And guess who else is here? It's Neverlight with the Pangolier, just rolling, used up into the air, Shitzy. But the cogs, well placed there. Does he still have one more spirit? He does. Has to use it, but he's slowed up, so it gets him absolutely nowhere. Oh, the Avalanche though, killing off Neverlight. Arrow, here to make this game tough for Burmese Ghouls. They got the Aegis, but they overextended, and now maybe it's time for MGgen to fall. Arrow still tracking him, tossing him back onto Shizzy. Shizzy in a lot of trouble. The Manta Star is active, but he doesn't get to use it. He finally does. He will go down regardless.
Oh, what a fight. It's a great comeback there by Ninja Titans. Roshan did fall down. The black hole was kind of awkward, but they did manage to come on top. They did get the Aegis. One more kill going out. Clockwork in a bit of trouble.
Tossing in. Very nice toss onto Shitzy there. Easy kill, easy game, easy life. Arrow's 10-1 and 6, by the way.
Yeah, Arrow's doing a phenomenal job on that Tiny, I must say. He also got a very sneaky kill up on the Bat Rider in the pit and TP'd out. This game so even, just about a 1k lead there for Ninja Titans.
And makes me wonder, you know, what can BG do to break the deadlock? I feel like they're the ones that have the pressure on them, because you give any more space and time to Hazardous on his Wraith King, and it doesn't matter if he has 3 CS at the end of 5 minutes. He's got 160 now.
Yeah, he's got up really well. Now the Radiant's up. He's going in for a Manta style of himself. That's what he's queued. Manta style AC.
Pretty cute item build. Does give him the ability to get out of that net, and possibly a good reaction to the Bat Rider too. When he blinks on you and you Manta style, it buys you a little bit of a window there. Yeah, that's going to be a smoke on the seat on the Tiny. It looks like there's going to be a coordinated movement here by Ninja Titans, but all they're doing is just pressuring this T3 tower, I think. They will lose the bottom T2 to Burmese Ghouls. The glyph is used.
Yeah, not sure what they're exactly going to try right now, because tier 3, they do have glyphs on side of Burmese Ghouls, and they also lose the tier 2 in the bot. So maybe they're looking to get a pick off here with the smoke and then jump in on the tier 3.
Yeah, they might even just want to push it normally. They do have the black hole on Ibimon, but no BKB, so it's always a risk. In the end, they will just get out. A lot of wasted movement here. A lot of wasted movement here from the side of Ninja Titans. Possibly a misplay. Just gave up a free T2 tower and got nothing for it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Burmese Ghouls were quite active and they cleared up the enemy jungle as well as they got the T2 on bot. Again, I must say this game is going really evenly. Another fight gonna break out now.
Arrow, his smoke was broken by Hollyweed. They know that this Treant is here, they're placing stuff, but who's onto that chain? It's onto somebody, that's gonna be a black hole onto the Naga Siren and the Cornwall as well. The Pangolier was stuck inside of it, so he couldn't roll. The black hole will finally end. And now MGgen, think about Songya, he does get it out though. If he TPs out to safety, everything is A-okay for BG. They force out so many ultis. Oh no, Pangolier, he TP'd slightly late.
Oh, that was quite funny. You left the Pangolier behind, the sleep stopped, and oops, you're dead. Just a bit late on that TP by the Pangolier. But now this gives Titans an opportunity to push for the tier 2.
It does, but they have to be careful because they don't have that Ignis Fatus and they don't have that black hole. So BG might choose to take this opportunity to fight. Overgrowth was used as well, and there is no Rolling Thunder, but...
Yeah, they're going for the safer option on the bot tier 1.
Oh, Arrow blinking in to get that courier. Shizzy! Lasso! Straight onto him! They're gonna burn up all his mana, he can't really respond in time! Farming a little bit too far out, will get punished for his over-aggression. The Meteor Hammer won't land onto Arrow, so Arrow, can he blink over in time? Yeah, he can. It's on now.
Oh, great.
They do manage to scoop up that tower as well. Nice blink out by the Tiny. He's also completed a 4-stuff, but I think they're hunting for him. The rocket does connect. The hookshot lands.
Oh, hookshot. Bulba hookshot right there, cancelling the enemy TP. And the Arrow in a lot of trouble there. He's just buying time. Nobody is here to bail him out. He's creating space with his body. Not a great feeling, but not the end of the world at all.
Not at all. You've created space. You've done your job in the earlier game. It's okay if you can die out there. It was quite unfortunate actually. The courier gave away his position, and with the rocket they just scouted him out.
Yeah, Joker's no new. What? Yeah, a lot of options available. He could even pick up that Iron Talent to speak up his farm and the Broom Handle just to make himself a little bit tankier, but maybe just a little bit not feeling too great, a little bit sick, doesn't realize that he doesn't have a neutral item. That's peculiar. Essence Ring is there on Ebimon's Enigma, along with that Vambrace on the Tiny. Everything pretty much as expected. Wraith King does have that Imp Claw, and last but not least, the Ring of Aquila on that Ember Spirit. And go in ready, sister teams. Maybe we will actually have some action. The Dragon Scale is on the Pangolier, Poor Man's Shield on the Shriyan Protector, and the Keen Optic on Clockwork. No real make or break neutral items thus far. And maybe a make or break team fight. They're standing in the middle lane. Oh, that's an unfortunate Sentry Ward right there in the middle lane. For Ninja Titans, it's just out of range. Oh, they actually break the trees. Oh, they see MG Gent, but they don't know that that's the real one. That's the real MG Gent. That was an easy kill. He didn't have the song just yet. Now it's finally up.
Yeah, the Black Hole was also down, so maybe Titans are not confident enough to take this team fight. The KOT ulti is up. Maybe you combo it with him to get a 5-man team wipe, but they should make a move up soon. Again, this game is so even. Slight net worth advantage towards Titans. Again, it's not much to talk about. It's just a 1k net worth. The Naga Siren is really farming up well. It's leading the net worth charts, 15,000 gold, followed up by Enigma, who's at 12,000.
15,000 gold. The clock continues to tick on. He's going to pick up his heart now. It's just pretty much 80 gold away. So MG Gen, now that he has the heart, he's going to have to move his team around, make some coordinated play. This is pretty much his power spike right here. He still has one more when he gets the butterfly, but after that, he's pretty much 6-slotted. Well, not 6-slotted, still has one more slot, but this is the peak of a Naga, right? Beyond that, this Wraith King and Ember Spirit just start to chunk your illusions completely.
Yeah. Maybe you can go for a Skadi later on in the game. I don't know what Nagas get after you get those core items. Butterfly. Maybe an AC. Who's the AC carrier on side of? I don't know.
I guess for the side of the Radiant Ninja Titans, the AC carrier would be that Wraith King, and on the side of the Dire, it's a little bit iffy. None of these heroes really want to build that AC. You probably have a Shivas on Batrider at some point, but wow, Shivas, he wants a Hex! Batrider is just rushing a Hex, a win! This is a Chad item build right here if I ever seen one. I'm not sure if it's going to be that effective though. It does allow them to kill off that Ember Spirit very quickly. Shizzy does not have a BKB. He's working towards that Lincoln Sphere to prevent himself from being killed by the Lasso. But doesn't matter if he has that Lincoln Sphere because Hex will break it and Lasso will kill you.
Yeah, a BKB probably a better option for Ember Spirit. I'm not quite sure Lincoln does much to stop the spells because there's the net gonna come out. Okay, actually only the net and the Lasso is what he should be worrying about. So I guess it's okay.
I guess it is always just a question of reaction speed, right? If you don't think you can react in time, just pick up that Lincoln Sphere. But his team will have to bail him out regardless, you know. And so far, they've been doing a good job of it. 22 versus 17, very, very even. The net worth lead still less than 1,000, pretty much non-existent. And this is a yo-yo game. Either side could win it, and That's perfectly fine by me. Paladin Sword going to be found there on the side of the Dire. Not sure who that will go to. Telescope going to be found on the Radiant. Oh, that's a very good item. And there was a hookshot in. What's it onto? It's onto this Colo. They'll use the lasso as well. Maybe a little bit of an overcommitment for a very small kill, but it's 40 seconds and they won't make a play because Ignis Fatus, very, very important to that team fight.
Yeah, whenever you get a kill on Kotl, you know that for sure the team is not going to be making a move. Kotl or Enigma, two of the biggest ultimate heroes here in this game. Arrow looking to cut up a wave on top and sneak it up behind. Will be successful.
So we're going to pick up the Lotus Orb on Arrow. I love this so much. You put the Lotus Orb on somebody, suddenly the lasso is completely useless, and the Arrow, maybe he's in a lot of trouble. He tosses up. Oh, actually, never like he's going to be caught out by Yuvin. He goes down to the low ground. The Spider's legs will bail him out. Arrow did try for an avalanche onto Neverlight there. They thought that he might have started TPing, but he did not, and now he's going to swashbuckle up to that high ground, just dancing around each other there. Shizzy popping that DD. They do see Hollyweed, but whatever, give them Hollyweed. You're keeping more important fish. Hookshot, what's it onto? It's onto somebody. Masterly catching out Ghost Khan Fanboy there, but there it is. The blinding light out of the cops will keep Ghost Khan Fanboy alive, and I don't think Ghost Khan Fanboy is going to die at all. Masterly in a lot of trouble there. He finally will though, because Arwin blinks onto him. He still has the hex on Arwin. The roll is there onto Hazard, preventing them from getting anything, and that's gonna be a black hole onto two heroes. Is there a way to cancel it? There is not. He walks into it by accident. Arwin, he was trying to get the last two off, but he walks into the black hole. And the song is there from the Naga Siren. It looked catastrophic, but every single person on the side of BG, they're escaping with like 0 HP. He gets the heart regen. Masterly will stay behind to secure the retreat from MG Gen. It looked like a disaster. It was a fantastic black hole. Made even better by the fact that Arwin walked into it on that Batrider, but in the end, all they get is a Clockwork and Shield Protector. They walk inside the pit. They're still pretty healthy on the side of BG. Maybe they get more Arrow. Arrow doesn't know. They're all surrounding him. Shizzy is here as well. But can Shizzy bail Arrow out? He cannot. Shizzy, you're in trouble. They pop his Lincoln Sphere. But the Hex was used to do that, so they don't have any further lockdown. The Roshan is still very high HP, 60%. Still chasing in. MG Gen thinking about whether he should go in or not. Could not Manta dodge that stun because his Manta was on cooldown. He finally goes for that illusion pop. And the hookshot, it actually captures Shizzy. Shizzy may be in trouble there. He has the Yule Scepter, has everything. He's going to be hexed up. Is there going to be a lasso? It's a lasso straight onto this Ember Spirit. Can they bust him down? It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. He's still alive. For the time being, he used himself up into the air. And even when coming in, it looked like he had a black hole. He did not. He is just putting down the Midnight Pulse, but the Midnight Pulse is doing so much damage! Shizzy is still alive! He finally does die, but Angigen falls him into the grave, and now Neverlight tossed up into the air. Once again, the Spider Stick Fangolier combo getting out. A-OK. They kept Shizzy alive for so long there. They're gonna get Masterly as well. Wrong side of the map, running to the enemy base. This time there's no space being created, because Naga is dead. Oh, actually, he might survive this! They know exactly where he is. He can't really get out. There's nothing for him to hookshot to. In the end, he will die.
What a long drawn fight there by both teams, and that Midnight Pulse did just so much damage. Even though the Enigma didn't have the black hole, but did dish out a lot of damage with that Midnight Pulse. And Naga Siren, she has the heart, and percentage based damage against that heart is quite useful. They find a DD rune now to get Roshan faster.
There might have been just the slightest of errors there that punished Burmese Ghouls so much. The Naga Siren actually chose not to hit Shizzy. When Shizzy was hexed up, he was going for another target. But the fact that he kept Shizzy alive for so long, in the end ends up killing the Naga Siren. Lasso out onto this Enigma. They're rolling onto him as well. They will be able to kill him very, very easily. Yeah, Arwin will burn him down. But now maybe Arwin is in a little bit of trouble himself. Tossed up into the air. Avalanche as well. The Ignis Fat is still going on. There's still 2 more pulses in this thing. I think only 1 more. They're finally getting this kill. Blinking forward using that spirit. Shizzy will get it. And into the pit. NG, they're going to try to sneak this. Can they actually get it? He has the slot open for the Aegis. He's going to use the song to steal it. Nice! Well played there. Burmese goes into the meter hammer. They time it perfectly as well. That's going to be a fantastic fight. Overgrowth, use it, my boy. Overgrowth onto 4 heroes. Everyone is in trouble. They can't really get anybody to waste the damage. Arrow's still alive. He finally does fall down. MG Gen, he's going to have the thing thrown out onto him. He still has the cheese, still has the Aegis. The black hole is going to be used for that first life of his, but it's just the first life. He can come back up. He does have the cheese. He does have the Aegis. He's coming back up. Maybe it's man against the wall. Maybe it's 3 versus 4. Maybe. No, it's not. These guys cannot do anything to this Naga Siren. They're cleaning them up. Ibimon in so much trouble there. Gets the Malefice off, but it's just buying time. Oh, actually with the Essence Ring, can they keep MG Gen on somebody? He has to pop the cheese on MG Gen. They finally get the Hex out onto this Rave King, but Rave King will still follow soon. That's Samantha Star. What the heck is wrong with Pangolier? He's bouncing in the corner. He finally does get out of a run, and they will go on to Rave King there. Hazardous has no Blink Dagger, so this is just going to be them running him down. They will clean him up. Such a long fight. And Shizzy, are you out of position? You still have one more spirit. He has to use it. Will get out A-okay. Burmese Ghouls decisively win that fight off the back of a very ballsy play. They see that heroes went out to address Arwin on the Batrider in the mid lane. So the Naga Siren walks straight into the pit, songs, and steals the Roshan.
I'm not quite sure how the Raid King left Roshan on very low HP. Like, it was just 2 or 3 hits away. There was nobody in the vicinity. Of course, we can see that, but he didn't. But he should have just waited another 5 seconds and get the Aegis. But no, he decided to get out, leave the Aegis, and that gave Naga Siren the best opportunity to come in song and take the Aegis. Beautiful play there coming from Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah, that's such a big mistake. You're opening up such an avenue now for BG. It looked tough for Burmese Ghouls. You know, once you pick up that Aegis on the side of Ninja Titans, you pretty much just push in. Not really much a Naga Siren can do in that situation, but now, shoes on the other foot. Not much to blame. Oh! Meteor Hammer! Gonna land on that Ember Spirit. He has no more spirits. He does have a TP available. There was such a nice Meteor Hammer there by Hollyweed. He's gonna use himself up into the air and come back down. Overgrowth did miss because Shizzy was in the air. Actually, is that Overgrowth miss going to cost them? No, they actually have the hook shot. Yeah. Just a very, very slow kill once again, but this time, no one is here to bail Shizzy out.
Naga Siren's really pressuring everyone, I must say. She's got the Skull Basher finished up, so that's helping her get those kills as well. Shizzy quite out of position there and has died for 60 seconds now. And Titans, they are smoking on side of with the Tiny and Raid King, looking to do something. There's a DD rune up for grabs.
There is pushing into this T2 tower. DD on Hazardous. He is affected by the smoke, so looks like they really want to defend this. Actually, no, they want to go for Arwin instead in that mid lane. Arwin will just farm up these Necro units, farm up that creep wave. Be perfectly happy to leave MG Gen picking up that free kill on the tower.
And now Burmese with the smoke of their own. Are they looking to go high ground with this?
I'm not really sure. I think they have an idea of where Ninja Titan are farming. They have to be in this bot-sided area. They weren't top and they aren't middle. And they're going to run into Hazardous right here. Hazardous once again. He has no Blink Dagger. Abyssal Blink going to be thrown out onto him. Can they burn him down? That's going to be the first life. Of course, you can't really burn off his mana completely because he has the talent that allows him to reincarnate for free. Knowing how you roll. Oh, Black Hole can be channeled out straight onto this Naga Siren. Is there a cancel though? Yeah, the hookshot is there. So Ibimon, he has no Black Hole for this fight. He's going to die inside of his BKB. It's completely wasted. Along with that Ignis Fatuus, just a defensive one. Doesn't achieve anything at all. It's time to go with your Burmese boys. They actually get Hazardous overgrowth up in the trees. Hollyweed, right place, right time. Meteor Hammer onto him as well. And yeah, he's going to be hexed up, burnt down, and killed off. In a matter of seconds, BG are ready to end the game.
Man, I would like to stress so much on that Roshan pick again. It all started turning downhill for Team Titans after they left that Roshan and the snatch there by the Naga Siren. And now Burmese Ghouls knocking on Titans high ground.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you to take this one. I'm going to reconnect for a slight moment right there. Just 1 second.
Okie dokie. Naga Siren Yeah, Red King does not have a buyback. It's quite a hard time right now. Naga Siren is pushing out and should be able to clear up this T3 tower.
Oh boy.
In comes the lasso. KOTL in trouble and down he falls. The Rolling Thunder on point. Hookshot misses out this time. But now Tiny also in a bit of trouble. Midnight Pulse is out. Here comes the Rolling Thunder again. He hits so many people with that stun. Tiny is gonna fall down, or is he not? Yes, he does fall down. Now 3 heroes with no buyback on side of Titans. And only the casualty of Batrider. But they're looking for more. Shizzy in a bit of trouble.
Oh, they're going in with the offensive song. This is a very ballsy play. Can they time anything perfectly? They get the cogs. That does help. He's going to kill off the Enigma maybe. He does pop the BKB and the Eccentric though, so he's very, very healthy. MTJ going to use that Abyssal Blade to try to get a kill onto Yuvin, but that might have been a mistake. Finally, the overgrowth is there. Keep Yuvin on the hook shot. Beautiful by Masterley. He's trying to close out this game. They kill off Yuvin. Now they're going on to Hazardous on the Wraith King, but maybe Naga Siren, you overstep your bounds. You have no more cooldowns, no more defensive cooldowns, nothing to keep himself alive. Tossed back by Arrow. MG trying to run himself out. The living armor is there, but he is going to die eventually. Stuck inside the enemy base. Overextension. Now he has no buyback.
Overextension indeed, and they did not even get a single Rax out of this. Just a tier 3 tower. So that's successfully defended on side of Titans, but I think they expended a lot of buybacks. Let me just check the status. So Enigma bought back, so did the Batrider on side of Burmese Ghouls, Tiny and KOTL. So 3 buybacks expended there by side of Titans.
There's no way this isn't a tactical force, by the way. You can't convince me that this isn't a tactical force. They're still deciding what to do right now. I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably not. Probably some genuine issues on their end. But, you know, 80 seconds with no buyback. The thing is that they don't know that this Naga Siren has no buyback. So maybe they'll go for some sort of conservative play. Just shove out the lanes, take those 2 T2 towers left on the side of Burmese Ghouls. And from this, Burmese Ghouls need to realize you can lose. That's the problem with this lineup, right? If your Naga Siren dies, the rest of the heroes are not strong enough to just hold everything. It is pretty much just this Naga putting out damage. So without that Naga, nothing is possible. With her, everything is yours.
Yeah, and the Wraith King, he's farmed up the AC Manta. He's got a Mindbreaker as well to go about to help him with the silence. Naga Siren does not have buyback, but the team does not know that, obviously. Maybe they'll look to get... Yeah, go ahead.
Scratch that. Naga Siren now has buyback because they picked up 3 of those bounty runes. Hollyweed knew that he had to take that risk there. He knew that the bounty rune would give the Naga Siren that buyback, so he did contest it, he got it, and got out safely. Well played there.
Maybe if they can force it out right now. Only 40 seconds left for the Naga Siren, but I think it will be a bit too late. She will have to buy back here if they want to defend. There's a repair kit as well.
Repair kit though. Yeah, repair kit. Maybe that would turn it around. They do have the living armor as well. So
yeah,
should be able to just hold this. It's just 22 seconds more. Double cards being killed off by the glyph. And yeah, correct. That is beautiful there. Ninja Titans cannot get anything out of this window.
Yeah, the repair kit on top of the roof heal is quite something to come up against the high ground. So they'll be fine right now. And that gives Naga Siren enough time to spawn. Maybe they'll look to smoke. Yes, they do. Burmese Ghouls have smoked up now without their Naga Siren though. Naga Siren is steeping down to the outpost though to get someone off guard. But there's
grabbing someone here.
Yeah, Naga Siren is just split pushing the bot lane. Meanwhile, the rest of the team do try to find out who is hiding it. They do get in Shizzy with the lasso. In comes Rolling Thunder, but misses.
The lasso and the Abyssal Blade. They're going to be able to get him, I think. No, they will not. He actually gets out of that one. Even actually blinks in with the BKB, thinking that he could get a black hole there. Meanwhile, MG did kill off the call, but now he's isolated in the middle of the entire enemy team. He gets forced out to safety. Can he get the song off? He does. He does. That was so close. He would have been tossed out by just 1/2 of a second. Their arrow blinked in perfectly. But they cannot get the kill on the MG Gen, and now everybody on the side of Burmese Ghouls gets out to safety, except maybe Arwin. Arwin's A on this is popped out. Neverlight did go in, thinking they could get it. Meanwhile, there's a Black Hole being channeled. What's it onto? It's just that his Naga Siren. It's not really anything except a defensive Black Hole. Ebimon will probably go down here. He pops the Eccentric. He will die. Hookshot in. What's it onto? It's onto this Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit is dead. Ebimon goes down as well. Oh no, an absolute disaster, and now Hazardous. Doesn't matter how many respawns you have, you're man against the world.
Oh man, I thought they had that gank earlier, but the Burmese goal did manage to turn around. The Wraith King is gonna fall here. There is no buyback on Shizzy on his Ember Spirit, so if Burmese gold do decide to go high ground, they might just do it. Tiny, meanwhile, has been found there by Pangolier. Tiny turns around and gives a stun toss. Blinks away to safety for right now, manages to TP away as well.
Yeah, that is a good thing, because now it means that he can be there for the base defense. I say base defense, but how do you defend when none of your cores have buyback? It's just two supports against the world. Yeah, you can delay it with the blinding light, you know, make sure that they have to fight through that evasion, but it's not going to happen, is it? This is going to be mega creeps, I'm pretty sure. They're working on the second lane of Rex now. Nothing that they can really do to repel these kids. MG Gen, a lad on this completely strong and buff Naga Siren. He still has one more slot, one more item to pick up. It's going to be that butterfly. Doesn't even need it to close out this game, I think. 25 seconds onto Shizzy's buyback. I think they will just settle for 2 lanes of Rex. Oh no, I don't think so, because Neverlight is here and knocking on this top T3 tower. They're rotating over. They're not done yet. Shu is on the other foot. You don't have buyback. Do you have the black hole? You have it on 40 seconds. Lasso straight onto this Mad Rider. They cannot respond in time. Oh no, beautiful there. Enigma caught in the middle of the enemy team. He gets the BKB up, and that's a huge Ignis Fatus. They know that he has no BKB. But now that BKB is warring up, they're tossing him out to safety there. But it's not safety. It's just tossing him back to where the Pangolier gets him. Pangolier catches Ibimon. They tried to toss Ibimon to safety, but Pangolier actually dived in and reads it completely. And now, still trying to defend. MG Gen gonna pick up the last melee Rex for the side of Ninja Titan. He can be Dota, TP out to safety. Doesn't have to, just runs out.
Yeah, what a cleanup there by Burmese Ghouls. They do manage to get a 3 out of, one rack is remaining. That also is a ranged rack. So they'll be coming up to get it next. They are eyeing Roshan. It is up now. And suddenly, in the last 7 to 8 minutes or so, this game has suddenly swinged into Burmese Ghouls' favor. Now they're 18k ahead, and Roshan will be contested here.
Yeah, there's a smoke up by the side of Ninja Titans. They're walking into the pit, but I don't really think they can do it. They don't want to repeat of last time with the Naga songs in. Gonna DC from that game, Ibimon. Just decide that he's lagging a little bit too much to continue. Steam is having problems now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very common thing. And I want to talk one thing. Arwin, on that Batrider, you know, it's not always that you see a Batrider with lassos this effective. He's always seeing that one kill that they need to turn that fight around. It's always onto Shizzy who gets caught out of position and dies. It's always onto Ibimon who cannot get the black hole as a result. It's always onto Joker, aka Ghost Khan Fanboy, who just gets obliterated without dropping the Will-O-Wisp. Arwin, not afraid to take those risks, and always, almost always, getting the kill that they need to win that fight.
Yeah, he's playing really at a high impact. If you see on the other side, Enigma, as a hero, it's very dependent on landing a good black hole. But that's about it. The hero does not do much, apart from, yes, Midnight Pulse is there, but he's also squishy. And into the later games, if you do not manage to get a good black hole, you're done for. And that's what is happening. The mid Enigma, remember, Enigma did go mid, and now he has very less to offer in the late game.
It's so difficult. You see him, you understand why he uses these black holes, right? He's always black holing MG Gen with all his illusions. It's always just a one-man black hole, and you know why he does it. It's because without MG Gen, Burmese Ghouls cannot fight. The problem is that you're only delaying him for 5 seconds. If you don't kill him inside the black hole, which he never is, because no one is ever with him with the black hole, it's just the same as a Bane grip. You're just using a glorified Bane with double the cooldown on his grip. This is Ibimon's role right now.
Yeah. On side of Titans right now, Spirit has gone Eels. He's got three defensive items: the Shivas, the Eels, as well as Lincoln Sphere. Only Maelstrom acting as a offensive item. Wraith King has gone for Assault Curious and Manta Style, just the Radiance to give out damage, and Enigma does not offer any right-click damage. It's just the Midnight Pulse at Black Hole. So Titans are lacking a lot in damage, and that's what I noticed in the last gank also. everyone on side of Burmese were low HP, but they weren't able to finish them off completely.
Yeah, that's why you look at the itemization of these cores. You take a look at what they're buying. This Manta style, yeah, it was nice in the early game for the Wraith King, but Manta style AC Radiance, you have one damage dealing item. And Radiance is not exactly, it's not exactly something that you're like, oh no, I'm terrified right now. You're terrified of an MKB, you're terrified of a Deso, you're terrified of a Daedalus. You're not scared at all of this Manta style AC Radiance Wraith King. And this Ember Spirit, yeah, you need the Maelstrom, you need the Shiva's God, but at some point, you take a look at your items now and you realize that you have 15,000 net worth invested on nothing but defensive items, and this is the only thing dealing any sort of damage.
Yeah, and also he's going up for the Ags next, so that's another not so much of a damage item. Probably now he should start thinking to go for that Rapier, because that's the only hope I see coming out from Titan's side. Meanwhile, if you notice, Naga Siren is pressuring with her illusions and not letting the wave push from the bot lane as well. So they want to get that Rax out anyhow.
Yeah, MG Gent has to be very, very careful here with how he wants to play this, because he has no buyback. This is the one way that Burmese Ghouls lose this game. If you don't have this Naga Siren, you just lose. It's just that simple. It's 1 versus 5. Well, it's not 1 versus 5, but she's just all the damage, right? Without her, you cannot repel anything. You cannot take anything down. So MG Gen, if you are this Naga Siren right now, you tell yourself, be disciplined, be safe, make sure you have buyback, don't buy anything. Don't even buy anything for the rest of the game, honestly. You're already 6 slot, you don't need anything else. Just stay calm, stay cool, slowly split push the game out with this mirror image. Make sure that they don't get a free Roshan, and even if they do, make sure you don't throw your life trying to get it.
Yeah, MG Junk should be careful, but it's quite hard to bring him down, to be honest. I think only the Enigma Black Hole combined with all heroes available on side of Titans should be able to get the Naga down. Naga has a Butterfly as well as the Heart, and none of the side of Titans right now have any counter to evasion. They do not have any MKBs or any of those items. So it's going to be hard to get this Naga Siren down. Also, not to mention, Naga is one of the better agility heroes who have high armor later on to the game, 36 armor. So the right clicks coming out from the Wraith King are also going to do very less damage. This Naga is a strong boy.
Such a strong, strong boy. 18,000 net worth leads. It's so beautiful. Arrow, his contribution so far cannot be understated, that he's done so well, so good for Ninja Titan, but there comes a point where you're just a 4 tiny. He can't really burst anyone down now. It's just way too late in the game for that. He still doesn't have his Lotus Orb. He decided to go for the Yo Scepter and 4-Staff instead. Good defensive items, but it hasn't really saved anyone just yet. And we do see the chat going a little bit crazy with the... Okay, this is what the chat is saying right now. Hello, my name is Musawa. I'm 22 years old, known as Ghost Khan. I've been playing Dota for 7 years. I mostly play on C server, and my current solo MMR is 8,070. Ay.
Yeah, the chat is keeping me entertained as well. A lot of fighting going out. We have 150 viewers. Thank you guys for joining us on this fine Sunday evening.
Yeah, we love you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday night. It's the time to rest. It's the time to love Dota. By the way, since we're paused at the moment, I hope you guys are ready. And what you guys are ready for is the Yuvin Community Cup Season 2. This time, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 different esports titles: Dota 2, CSGO, and PUBG Mobile. This tournament powered by Creative Peripherals Private Limited, a market entry and distribution specialist with presence in more than 25 locations, including Hong Kong, the UAE, and SAARC regions. Its portfolio consists of 25 plus brands, 3,000 products, and 5,000 dealers. And of course, we are sponsored by Cooler Master India, the Indian subsidiary of the Taiwanese-based computer hardware manufacturer, which was founded in 1992. Producing computer cases, power supplies, air and liquid CPU coolers. You guys all know it for this. Laptop cooling pads and computer peripherals. Last but not least, obviously, it's a Yuvin Community Cup, so it's Yuvin Esports Private Limited. The model of the Yuvin Community Cup is to engage with esports communities across South Asia and Southeast Asian region and provide opportunities for knowledge sharing to the players. YCCC Season 2 will be held between 26th June to 7th July and spread over 3 major esports titles. If you like CSGO, if you like PUBG Mobile, more importantly, if you like Dota, do stay with us to the end of this tournament. I am speeding up because I see that maybe they're ready to unpause. No, they're not. EV1 is still not connected.
Rap God Yova in the house.
And it's been a fun game of Dota 2.
Yeah, this is the closest game I think we've seen this tournament. Let's take a look at net worth chart while we are paused. Till about 35 minutes, the game was going even. And it's just 10 minutes from there, the Naga Siren and his team have picked up. I really want to go back and see the replay of that Wraith King. I mean, what exactly made him come out to the pit and lose that Aegis? And from that point onwards, it's been a difficult time for Titans.
They came out because they saw the Batrider in the mid lane. They thought that Arwin was going to be a free kill because Arwin just expended his last with a kill. I think what was Sakado. But the thing is, you chase that Batrider. It's such an elusive hero, right? He had the 4-staff at the time. He didn't have the Aeon Disc, so he was still killable. But he had the 4-staff. He still has the Blink Dagger. He still has the Firefly. You're going to take a lot of time to kill him. And in that time, perfect decision making by MG Gen. It's such a ballsy play too. You just walk into the pit alone, song up there, take out that Aegis, but he does it just without any hesitation whatsoever.
Yep. And now we see Keeper of the Light does not have his ultimate, though Enigma does have. He has the Blink Dagger BKB ready. I think this is kind of the last resort now for Team Ninja Titans. If they miss this gank and a couple of heroes die, they're done for. Remember, they do not have buybacks on 3 of their heroes.
They will need just one more thing. That range racks. And then it's time to push in. BG. Stay calm, stay cool, play it safe. And meanwhile, if you're Ninja Titans, don't want to go home, not like this. They have one more window. If they get this gank off, there's one more point in the game where they can absolutely destroy Burmese Ghouls, and that's when the refresher is up on that Enigma. You have a refresher, you have 2 black holes. Suddenly, the fact that you're black holing this Naga Siren becomes very, very effective because in 2 black holes, you can actually kill the Naga Siren almost solo just after that Midnight Pulse damage. So, Yuvin, he knows that is what he should do. No more of this fluffing around aura thing. You need damage and you need it now. You get the refresher orb, you drop that Midnight Pulse every single time, and you just try to blow him up straight away.
Yeah, but he's quite far from the refresher orb as well. Just 2.3k net worth. Let's see. I'm just going to take a break since this is taking a time. I'll just be right back in 2 minutes.
No problem, no problem. I'm going to be with you guys, ladies and gentlemen. It's what time is it in India, ladies and gentlemen? I think it is about 6 p.m., right in the afternoon. Pakistan, maybe, where you guys are coming from. Perhaps even Myanmar. I think Myanmar is 7 p.m. I hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are. It's Sunday evening. Tomorrow is Monday, our grand finals. If you guys are not too busy with work, please do come and check us out. We do love to have each and every one of you here. Do stay with us despite this pause. Give us 5 minutes more, says Ghostkhan. They're still waiting for Yuvin to come back. Yuvin is just way too important to them. They cannot play 4 versus 5. Okay, ask admin, says BG. Not sure what the admin decision will be. But regardless, they cannot say that they've been denied a fair chance to fight. It's just not a high percentage chance for them to play right now, even if they're 5 versus 5. Taking a look at some of the items going to be picked up by the Dire. By the way, we haven't even mentioned this. Look at this Clockworks item build. He has Abyssal Blade. He has Phase Boots, 2 Bracers, and an Abyssal Blade. Master Lei is actually just insane. He's actually... There has to be some sort of crazy issue. He's got to be crazier than Molly and Powder or something, because he just hookshots in like a madman, kills off people, and then he always gets these insane hookshots as well. He's always hookshotting Ebimon, isolating him out of the fight. He hookshots all these retreating heroes. I think he caught Shizzy the last time, trying to Remnant out. Right after the Remnant, the moment the Remnant Spirit landed, he was hookshot straight in the face. Master Lei, he's... it's... You know how when you're just starting Dota, you're telling people, don't rush items, build your items slowly. Master is just like, no, I rush Abyssal Blade, my life is locked down. And it's just paying dividends right now, Master Lei. It's... Ay. What do you do now? How do you play this? When do you play this? Can Yuvin even reconnect through the game? And find out next on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Illusion Escape on this Naga Siren. This is one of the reasons why this Naga Siren is so difficult to deal with. And number one of the reasons, of course, you have no detection piercing. No detection. What am I saying? Detection. Evasion piercing. She has the 25% evasion talent as well. I thought that Nagasara might have chosen to get the Riptide armor, considering how low on armor the heroes on the side of Titans are. But no, she decides it's better to just play it safe. Just take that evasion talent. You have additional evasion with the butterfly. I think that's a combined 50% evasion. You can't even touch him most of the time. Yeah, it's 51%.
Yep, I'm back, and it looks like we're still paused.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. Hollyweed, he has 4,000 net worth. You know, this is the kind of usual thing. This the 40% of Hollyweed's gold is passive gold. He has 10,000 net worth, and 4,000 of it is unspent. He's a special kind of player. I'm going to give him that.
Yeah, he's going in to get that solar crest. Probably has enough money to get it, but won't have buyback. It's always wiser to have buyback at this stage of the game. And this time, yes, finally we have a reconnect.
He's here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin. Are you guys ready to go? Because we sure are. Come on. G says both teams, and unpause is there. This smoke, they have to get something with this smoke. It's actually popped immediately. They know that they are smoked up because Arrow revealed himself. They are going into the pit. This is a little bit of a tricky fight for Burmese Ghouls to take. They're not sure if they can contest the Aegis safely. They don't have the song just yet. That could be one of the reasons why. Oh, Hollyweed manages to blink out to safety. They will devour his Observer. And the half HP on that Roshan is not the fastest of Roshan, but it's fast enough. A lot of damage being dealt there. They did have the illusion in the pit, so Nagasara knows exactly what HP this Roshan is. He knows it's at 40%. He will keep scouting out that situation. Enigma did pick up the Princess Knife. That would be useful in a cinch. But they're forced out of the pit. And if you're Burmese Ghouls, you go in yourself. I don't really think so. It's just way too risky. They will try it. Oh, that's a mere lasso. What's it out onto? I'm not really sure. I can't really see it. Yeah, it's there onto that tiny Master Blade. Getting him out of that fight without... Oh, Arrow. Oh, Shizzy with the huge black hole. Imimon onto 2 costs. There's no cancel. The overgrowth is there, but it's not enough. But the damage is just non-existent. The song will go. Actually, they stun him. They stun him. He's still being stunned up. MG Gen, he's going to go down here. He doesn't have buyback. There's no buyback on MG Gen. He's still alive. He's still alive. The living armor. It keeps you alive. He's going to get out of there. That could have been the end of the game right there. Meanwhile, the Rage Cage, they took out the main barracks. Mega Creeps are up. They're still stuck here. They have to go back and defend, but there's no way BG let you go. They will never let you go. They are singing love songs to you right now. You stick with them. You stick with them all the way. BG finally clean up some of these heroes from the fight. They get out by the skin of their teeth on that Naga Siren, and that completely changes the game.
My god, what a fight. And I told you only way to get down Naga Siren was with that Midnight Pulse. And they did manage to get her to very low HP, but couldn't finish the job and managed to lose 4 heroes on side of Titans. And now they're up against Mega Creeps as well as an Aegis Cheese Refresher Naga Siren.
Dota is a game of degrees. It's always a question of, do you have enough? And this time, Ninja Titans are found wanting. If only we had just a little bit more damage. If only.
No, it's just unfair.
Minotaur Horn picked up on that Clockwork, allows it. Oh, Abyssal Blade in. Onto Hazardous. I think that's a little bit of an ambitious Abyssal Blade. MG Gen just uses it time. Oh, they Abyssal Blade for the second time. They really want this kill on this Brave King. I'm not really sure. It's a very safe kill to get though. He is going to come back up, rolling in. Neverlight. Oh, they get the hookshot up onto Hazardous once again. They're still chasing for more. What do they want here? They want the Keeper of the Light. Are they going to get it? With the lasso was actually used. No, it was just a hex. They get the lasso onto Shizzy. If Shizzy dies here, there's a dieback. He has no buyback here. He's going to be hexed up once again. He finally does die. It was the second hex. Triumph Protector, instead of the Solar Crest, he went for that hex. GG, good luck further. They're going to the losers finals. BG, they've made it. With this Naga Siren pick, it looked so close at times. They were 100 HP away from losing the game multiple times, but they do not.
It was such a close game for a long time, but suddenly after that rush fight, Burmese Ghouls did get a better out of it, And hard luck to Ninja Titans. They will get eliminated in the loser bracket. But meanwhile, Burmese do go ahead. It's not yet the loser bracket final. They still have one more match to go, and which will be coming up next in a short while.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the next match is starting in... let me check exactly when that is starting. Oh, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's literally starting in 10 minutes. So tough luck for us casters. Our voices are going hoarse. But you guys, ladies and gentlemen, you've been wonderful. Do stay on if you like some more Dota. It's just in 15 minutes. So do keep on going. Do keep on going. Let's keep this going. The last match of the day, Sleepy Boys versus...
versus Burmese Ghouls, I think.
Oh, it is? Wow, it is versus Burmese Ghouls. So Burmese Ghouls, they just came out of that alive, barely by the skin of their teeth, and they're going to have to go back into the gauntlet. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with you in a moment. Some sponsors and messages, and thank you for coming with us.
Go. Go.